Hey yo, what's good, Post family? Of course you already know who it is. It is your boy Thesis. I wanted to come back and bring you something that I knew you guys would definitely be interested in. Shout out to the fam over at monkeyc. They have a new VST that they wanted me to check out. It's called Rando 2, and basically is a sampler that takes all of your sounds, combine them into one, but there's so much more to it. So you guys keep it locked, stay tuned. The new version of Rando 2 is basically nice. Like, they really did a good job with this. Now, if you think about Rando 2, without it, you'll basically be going through the same samples that you always usually would have. And think about it like this. It's samples that can be out of key, which would take hours of manually pitching. If you had, like, let's say a whole bunch of samples that's collecting dust, you basically are combining them in and putting them inside of one VST sampler. You could take your entire library, make it playable as one instrument, which means that you'll have infinite combinations. And that's one of the pluses that I like with this. When I say it was instant creativity, like, it was instant creativity. And I had a whole bunch of fun playing with this of stuff that I already had. Like, Rando takes everything that you already have and then combine it and sync it into one, to where it all would like mesh into like one actual song, which is like so crazy. So of course we're gonna go over the VST. We're gonna go over the beat. I did a boom bap beat, and usually, you know, when I do boom bap, it don't take me a while, but it's something that's simplistic and easy. But as soon as I made this one with Rando, it gave me a whole different creative feel. So we're gonna check out the beat, and then we're gonna dive in and check out the GUI. All right, so let's go ahead and let's check out this beat. Even in how I started to, you know, just go through the keys, because you have all access to your keys, and I'm definitely going to show you guys that in a sec. You know, you have your white keys and your black keys that it accesses, and it's just a plethora of those sounds, and then it just takes all those sounds and kind of fits the ones together that would, you know, mesh real well. And, you know, as I was going through and mapping it out, it literally took me seconds, if anything, to create this beat. Definitely something that you guys will want to check out. And of course, you guys can drop down to the menu in the description, of course, to check out the website and to get any information that you guys might want to go, you know, deeper dive into. We're going to go ahead now, and we're going to go and check out this GUI. Let's start from the middle. So basically, this button right here is where you would click it and would basically randomize any sound. And when you click it like this, it comes up and comes across, and then at the bottom right here, it will show you every sound that would be accessible within that range close to make an actual beat. Right below that, you have the waveforms, and then you also have effects that you could put on. Now, when I did make this, I didn't use a lot of the effects. I did it just to test it out. The sequencer basically is where you can go and sequence different patterns for those actual waves, especially for one shots like pianos, different synth sounds like that you might have in your category. And of course, you have different steps in which you can change. And of course, underneath all of this is where you have your sequencing and syncing information for that actual player. Right beside that is the main effects. Now, that's different from these effects. So for each sound, you can have an effects, and then for your main, you have for your actual main overall effect. At the bottom, you have where you can go and adjust your main sound, your ADSR, And this is the expert level, where if you wanted to change your outputs, you wanted to pan, do pitch bend. Across from that, you can go and then stretch the actual sample. So let's say, for instance, let's go back to wave, and I wanted to adjust it. This one right here will basically preserve the length of that sample and whatever pitch. But you can click here as well and then go through different ones. So this one would sync the loop, and then this one just basically just, you know, stretches out. You have the mode where you can reverse. You have the different directions in which you can change. So let's say this mode actually goes like a normal playback. So for different directions, you can go forward, you can go backward, and you can do the ping pong effect. And you can go and click this one right here where you want to start playback at the actual marker, or you can go ahead and let's say for this one right here, you can automatically play that time stretch sample that will sync with the actual project. You click on this right here. This is actually normal mode, which you will see for the first part of the GUI. If you wanted to go chromatic mode for those sounds, you can click this button right here, and then across the actual all the pads, it'll make it chromatic. At the next one right here, this one actually is where you do slice mode. This is where you go and click for search mode. So if you wanted to drag a specific sound here, you can do that. If you wanted to actually do custom imports or things like that, they can specify which specific sample. And as you see right here, for me, I have over 38,000. But within this one, there's different parameters in which you can change and adjust to find the type of sound that you want within your actual samples, right? And then right beside that, on the right side, it tells you the duration of those samples. You can play them. And on the right hand side right here is the BPM, and you can favorite as well. Now, if you have specific ones that you want to, search out for, then of course you can type right here and let's say drums, and then you can search, and then all your drums that has been filtered will come up. Underneath this right here, this is where you can import your samples. So let's say, for instance, you have specific ones that you want to work with. This is where you go input the samples, where you can either add to an existing one or you can add a new preset. And of course, you just click here where you can do a file or a folder. And then once you find out that, whichever one you select, then that's where you go and hit continue. Underneath this one right here, this is actually what they call super mode, which will let you control all the parameters at the same time. So if you're playing and then you have specific ones that you want to key trigger, then this is where you go hit that, and then it will, be in a performance mode where it will trigger all those at that time. This one right here is where you lock the actual keys for those. So once you, say for instance, get a set, you click on it and then you lock that actual one, or you could do an auto mode where all of the MIDI notes will basically they'll basically kick, or they'll lock those notes. Underneath this one is what they call performance mode. So performance mode, basically, let's say for instance, we hit this one, right? It'll just keep looping basically. I basically want to go ahead, and since we did the overview of that, I basically want to show you guys live just the creativity of how dope this is. So now we basically have to find the sound, even though we know we have some drums up, but now we need to find a good loop. This right here will take what you already have and make a hit. And that's one reason why I wanted to go over this, because one, I didn't see a lot of people talk about it. Two, when I came across it, I knew that you guys would love this. Taking what you already got and then just making a hit. And then let's say, for instance, you might have sounds that you already have, and it will recreate or make you, create it in a different way. That's so dope. Literally, when I did it and I, started to play with it, I was literally inspired. And I'm talking about, because I have so many sounds, I don't use all the sounds. And that's another thing. Like, it will give you the opportunity to use sounds that you probably have had for years that literally will, you know, just add a different creative feel to your production. But definitely drop down to the link in the description, cop it, check it out. It is definitely worth it. Right now it's low, and that's another thing too. The price wise fits for what this is for. So definitely let me know what you guys think about this one. It's real easy. It's not a whole bunch, but you know, there's a lot that you can do to it. Also, I will link the videos to the main website, you know, because they did some other little things that I think you guys would love and want to check out. But definitely let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. All right. But another one is done. Another one in the books. You guys already know who it is. It is your boy Thesis. Peace.